Start with the name of Allah, who is most merciful and most beneficent. Hello, everybody. This is another part in the series of lectures for digital system design for undergraduate course, Sakkar Ivy University. In the last lecture, we discussed behavioral modeling always statement. In this video lecture, we'll be performing an example and simulating that example using Xilinx Vivado 2016. On the screen, you can see the example. This is the same example we discussed in the last slides. So let me discuss the example. The basically example starts with defining a variable, which is because we are working in the behavioral modeling. So all our variables will be range type. There are three blocks inside this example. There's a one initial block, there's another always block, and then there's a initial block. This example basically explains the application of both initial blocks and always blocks. As we know, as we can recall from the last lectures of initial statement and always statement. Initial statement is used for the single time activity, and always statement is used for the continuous activity or infinite activity. So this example basically generates a clock with a time period of 20 time units. So if we want to have a time period of 20 time units, we want to toggle the clock variable after every 10 time units. So this is the initialization. We are initializing clock with the 0 value, and in this block, always block, we are toggling the clock variable value, and in this initial block, we are finishing the simulation at 500 time units. So basically, each block, whether it is initial block or an always block, it starts execution at 0. So when we don't mention time t is equal to 0, so when we don't mention time, it is assumed that t is equal to 0. In this initial block, we are not mentioning any delay. So initial simulation time or starting simulation time is t is equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, clock value will be 0. And after every 10 time units, clock value will be toggled. If we are not mentioning this 10, then time will not be advancing. After every repeated loop, after every repeated activity, it will be starting from 0, and there will be no advancement of time. That's why we have put 10 time units here. Okay, this is another independent initial block. So all initial blocks, when we don't mention delay, all initial blocks start at t is equal to 0. But here we are deliberately mentioning some delay. So after, it says this, after 500 units, simulation will be altered or finished. Okay, now let's go to simulator and perform behavioral simulation and look at the output. Okay, double click and fit. This is option, fit, zoom fit or fit to the window. Okay, so this, you can see this is the clock. Clock is being generated. Clock is generated. Now we can confirm three things we can confirm from the, we can verify our code whether our simulated output is correct or not. First, first thing, if we look at the 0, t is equal to 0, this is t is equal to 0, initial value of the clock variable is 0, because we initialized the clock with initial value of 0, that's why its initial value is 0. Okay. Second thing, we can verify that after every 10 time units, the value of the clock is toggled. From 0 to 10, the value is value is 0. Again from 10 to 20, the value is toggled to 1, and again toggle to 0, and again toggle to 1. This is how I was saying this is the operation of always statement. Always statement, inside the always statement, there is a toggling activity, and that toggling activity is continuously performed. It's not once performed, it is continuously performed. That's why the clock is, we are able to generate the clock. Okay, the last thing we want to verify. The last thing we want to verify is that whether simulation is being stopped at 500 nanoseconds or not. If you look at the 500 nanoseconds, there is no clock after 500 nanoseconds. So it is verified that all three operations are verified, initialization is verified, multiple continuously toggling activity is verified, and also simulation halting activity is also verified. Okay, so now I think it is very clear. Now it must be clear what is the function of initial block and what is the function of always block, what statements to put inside the initial block and what statements to put inside the always block. Okay, so using this lecture, I want to describe one important point. The important point is that initial blocks are always used for simulation. Initial blocks are always used for simulation. They are not synthesizable. They cannot be converted into hardware. But always statements, they can be used in simulation, but they are also synthesizable and they can be used to create a hardware. Okay, so this is an important point to understand. And the next coming examples, things will be much more clear about initial statement, why initial statement is not used for hardware, only used for simulation, and why always statement is used for both simulation and hardware. So far, I hope it is clear now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.